Hello and welcome. This is the abbreviated West Virginia University Football Podcast at earsports.com. I am Mike Casazza here with a Paramount presentation for you. As we roll up our sleeves and get ready for another Mountaineer football game, we will dive in and touch on three topics on the tip of our tongue about the Mountaineers and what's going on, what has to happen just to change the way things are going here. Don't need to tell you. Times are tough for Neil Brown and company. The same will be true across the field on Saturday night, 7 p.m. game on the road in the Big 12 against Arizona. Two teams, two coaches feeling the heat right now because this just has not lived up to expectations. You know the plight of the Mountaineers, 3-4 overall, 2-2 in the Big 12, back-to-back losses at home at night against ranked teams. Arizona, believe it or not, was above West Virginia in the preseason poll. Arizona has lost three straight games, 1-3 in the Big 12, and also counts a non-Big 12 loss to Kansas State. Trust me there, they played, it didn't count. It was a non-conference game because of a prior scheduling situation. It's weird. It's been a weird season for the Wildcats. Win 10 games last year, have your coach switch teams because it just doesn't look good. Arizona's athletic department in a bit of a financial pinch right now. You hire Brant Brennan from San Jose State. Things start well. You score 61 points against New Mexico. You struggle a week later against Northern Arizona. You get thumped by Kansas State. Somehow beat Utah, but a win against Utah just isn't what it used to be. Since then, losses in a row. Texas Tech, BYU, Colorado. The score is growing and getting away from Arizona in every game. Wouldn't you know it? Even with two really good offensive weapons, they're being outscored by 32 points on the season right now. Gotta have a win, gotta have one. So a night game against the Mountaineers and that defense and offense that could be without some significant star power seems to be a possible elixir. Tough spot for West Virginia. Don't have to tell you again what Neil Brown got himself into on and off the field in the past, I don't know, 7 to 14 days. Could be better. Can he make it better with the win? Probably not. People are going to be mad until they have a reason to turn that frown upside down and have no fear of it going the other way anytime soon. How does that happen? What do you do? What do you need? Just you sit here and you go, guess a podcast with three things about the Mountaineers that'll just manage to touch on any basis will do the trick. Probably not. We'll touch on a W, a V, and a U, and away we go. The W stands for West. That's the direction that Neil Brown will take his team. Would you believe this is the first time that West Virginia has played a regular season game in Pacific Standard Time or later since 1980? I don't even know how to describe this. PST or later. The last time that West Virginia played a game that wasn't in the Central Mountain Time Zone was also the last time that West Virginia played a game at Hawaii. So I haven't even played a PST game since then. 1980, West Virginia ventured out to Hawaii. Since then, every game has been Mountain, Central, or Eastern Standard Time. Now I hear what you're saying, Mike. Arizona's not a Pacific Standard Time state. I get that. Arizona is an MST state. Arizona does not observe daylight savings time. So when we all spring ahead, Arizona just sits there. So a 2-hour time difference goes to 3 when we spring ahead. When we fall back in a couple of weeks, Arizona will still be there. And from a 3-hour difference, we go back to 2. So this will be a 3-hour time difference, which again is rare for West Virginia. It hasn't happened in a long, long time, like I said. West Virginia will not go out early, will not stay later. They've had some 7 o'clock and later starts the past couple of weeks. Shouldn't be an issue. However, it's going to be hot out there. We're talking about almost 100 degrees, record temperatures possibly on Saturday. When you think of the state of West Virginia's defense, especially the defensive line, losing some key players, having some starters and backups play injured, not logging a ton of snaps past game. What'll the state of the defense be in the third and fourth quarter? We'll see, because you're also missing Aubrey Burks. You're also playing with that secondary, which can get gassed even under healthy, fully stocked conditions, and I'll have to deal with Tatoria McMillan, 6'5", 220, runs past you, jumps over you, strong enough, big enough to get through you. Teams have somehow found a way to stop him, and Noah Fafita, the quarterback, hasn't been nearly as good as he was last season when the bar was set so high. The connection between he and McMillan made people think they had maybe the best pass-catch combo in the Big 12. Hasn't happened right now. We'll see if it happens. West Virginia's defense has been a get-right opponent so far. The V stands for viral. No viral comments this week from Neil Brown. We really don't have to get into all that. Unless you want to, you can do that on your own time there. You would notice, though, that when the press conference wrapped up this Monday, Neil Brown said to the media, hope nobody took anything viral out of this. Hell, I didn't think I did anything last week. Not his fault, right? Everybody misconstrued him, took him out of context. It wasn't there. Not his fault, everybody else's fault, but nothing even close to brow arching. This time, he had some players who were kind of provocative, I would say. Got to speak to Jaquay Hubbard, Reed Carrico, maybe not the people you want to talk to in a time like this, but people who nevertheless had a message. Things are dire, serious, certainly not folding up everything for the season right now and calling it, the 2024 campaign. Not where I want it to be. They have time, but know they have less time than before. You sense the veteran presence, I think, probably matters, but you can also sense that Neil Brown is vexed by some of the questions he gets and some of the defenses he has to provide. He'd just rather win a game and talk about that and how things are working like they're supposed to. But as is the case for the players, while he's not ready to call it a season, he knows time is ticking on 2024 and remaining games on the schedule that are winnable. Well, the backside of the schedule is supposed to be easier, and you get out of Iowa State, Kansas State back to back, Arizona, break Cincinnati. That seems pretty favorable on paper. You also look on paper, and West Virginia is a good matchup for a lot of teams right now, and they're going to be carrying some damage into there that we'll get into in a second. Got to get this one though. A victory here makes you 4-4. Kind of break even again as you go into an open week with 4 more games to go. Figure things out. Worry about a bowl bid by just getting 2 more wins at the end. Got to find a way to get this one. Otherwise, you're going to have some questions that will have to be answered and responses that may go viral. Who knows? Finally, the U stands for, I guess we have our pick here. West Virginia is a road underdog for the 23rd time in 31 road games under Neil Brown. 7-15 when you're a road underdog is not going to get it done, but West Virginia will not get a lot of help because it's going to be perhaps significantly undermanned. Garrett Green, Wyatt Milam, Jaden Bray, Jaheim White, Aiden Garnes, Aubrey Burks. That's a long list. They might all be out again. In fact, we know no Burks and no Bray. Not sure about Milam, Green, White, and Garnes. Seems like they're hopeful about Jaheim White being able to play running back. They'll need that zip against the Arizona defense because Arizona's secondary has the better part of the talent, I think, on that side of the ball. And West Virginia is a run team. And also, if you're not going to have your quarterback, you'd like to have all the running backs you can. Garrett Green, we'll see. Wyatt Milam, we'll see. That'll be later in the week if those are indeed head injuries. Neil Brown said head injury Saturday night. He said upper body on Monday, but he definitely said head injuries, and we're projecting. But if that's concussions, it's protocol. There's a timeline built in. You got to figure out how a player is at certain points. And if you come to a red light, green light moment later in the week and you haven't passed the protocol, you're not going to play. So stay tuned on that one. You'll see what happens with the left tackle, with the starting quarterback. Not sure about White. They're saying that White will be back in the middle of the week to practice. They're hopefully he plays. Maybe he's in a different boat altogether. Point is, when you make a road trip like this, that again, you don't make very often, when your comments have gotten you a little bit of trouble, when you're not expected to win on the road again, you'd like to have all the help you can get.